Hello, everybody, and welcome to Choice of Life Wild Islands. This game is by Upscale Studios, and I want to let you know that I did get a free copy of this product off keymailer.co. I want you to know that before we get into it, but that being said, I will still give my full and honest opinion. Let's see what we have in the settings. Mark previous selected cards, sure. Background weather effects on, vibration on, English font, regular, stylized. I like stylized, that looks good. Then I turned off the music and the regular sound, so let's play. All right. If the ship needs sailors and nobody's signing up, where to find new blood? Okay, so we could swab the deck and listen, or remember what happened yesterday. Let's see if we remember what happened yesterday. The sailors' faces look familiar. You've seen him in the tavern. Your head is starting to hurt from the memories. Go to the tavern, look for some sturdy men, get them drunk, and bring them to the ship. Swab the deck and listen. Why am I swabbing the deck? I'm not a sailor. Let's swab the deck and listen. Then they wake up, tied to the wheel, and the ship's far away at sea. Hehe, realize. Yeah, that's how you got here. Born a landlubber, now a sailor. Accept your fate or escape the ship. Let's try to escape the ship. After you jump in the water, you realize you won't make it to shore. They pull you out of the water and put you to work again. Won't see any land now till we reach America, or so they say, but I know that's all lies. And what's the truth? There's no America. We're being fooled. Okay. Let's look at the book. Character. We got nothing. Okay. Everyone who wants to go to America was taken to collect some herb. The local people defend it and fight for it to the bitter end. That's why there's almost nobody returns. What about those who returned after all? What is the herb? I don't know, brother. What I really know is that the plague is near. The herb will be worth its weight in gold to the ones who have it. Got it? We need to tell everyone. Well, worth its weight in gold, unless you have a whole bunch of it. I mean, it's... Okay. Anyway, I need to tell everyone. I need to tell the captain. Let's tell the captain. The captain gave you some wine for his stash and promised to cut your throat if you told anyone else. The next night, the chatterbox sailor fell overboard. Oh, so we got a heart. Okay. Time is passing by on the ship, and there's more and more work to be done. And more hungry mouths to feed. Help the gallery, swap the deck with the others. Let's, help in the galley. You could learn to cook here, if only they cooked anything edible. You notice that the cook is stealing food. Steal too. Tell the other sailors. I want to tell the captain. The sailors got angry and want to give the cook a beating, but they can't. He's the captain's brother-in-law. He's not to be messed around with. Okay. Brothers, get down the cargo hold for bare-knuckle fighting. Anyone who doesn't come in is a captain's rat. I'll just watch. There's no seats in the hold, so you'll have to watch on your feet. Place your bets, brothers. Let the fist fight begin. Who's your money on? Don't hesitate, folks. You're among friends. Bet your dinner, bet your shirt. I'll just watch. Let's bet my shirt. If you lose, let everyone see and envy your battle scars. On second thought, what battle scars? The battle of the century, strength against speed, mind against muscle. May the best man win. Bet on the strong fighter. I'm gonna do the dexterous fighter. Your fighter evaded attacks for 5 minutes, then he took one bit and passed out the same second. One hit and passed out the same second. Dang. Pay your debt. Perfect victory. Who placed the bets? It's time to settle the bill. That's hilarious. If life takes your shirt, make yourself a Snoopy. Perfect victory. Who placed the bets? It's time to settle the bill. Title received. Now everyone's seen you topless. It's hard to say who feels more uncomfortable. That's funny. Well, what are you doing here? Loafing around. I'll skin you alive, you vermin. Run out of the hold. You didn't get far. The captain caught you. It seems that you'll undergo a harsh interrogation. Why? Ah, the landlubbers, so care to tell me who's behind these fights? Or maybe you'd like to meet the captain's daughter. Rat out, hell yeah. Fortunately, you weren't the only one who confessed. It would be so. The cannoner would explain to you the evils of snitching, but now he has more important things to think about. The food is running out. The work doesn't stop. It's the second week already, and still haven't seen America. Now, we can't even have fun. Brothers, let's rise up against the tyranny. Whistler. I whistle along on the seventh day. Let's rise up. No, I'm gonna count me out. You were tied up and thrown into the hold. Oh, you were tied up and thrown into the hold. Open ways. Map moving, map scale. What am I supposed to do here? What? Do I just go over here? Mutiny. Sailors went to mutiny, but one of them stayed to watch you. The clanging sabers and roars of guns can already be heard above. I changed my mind. I'll support him. Move the guard to pity. Try to untie yourself. Oh yeah. Oh no, the sailor shuts you up with a strong slap in the face. Last thing he needs is letting his guard down because of you wailing. The battle above is still going. Your half-naked guard is getting cold and swears at you for having to watch you. Suggest he jumps to warm up. Oh no, sailors jump to get warm and accidentally falls on you. Brothers, victory is ours. First order as your new captain. The old boss's cronies get the paddled the hell away. At least they aren't making me go with them. Captain lost his left eye and almost all his supporters are dead. Only 2 sailors and the navigator go with him on the boat. But some reason, when they go into the opening sea, they smile in a suspicious manner. There's few of us now, but we'll manage. Let's celebrate. Have a feast with everyone else. Rob the captain's cabin. Yeah, rob the captain's cabin. No one to stop me from a peek. The cabin's empty. Seems like the captain was a real miser. 1 map on the wall, 1 letter on the desk. Maybe it's worth checking the drawers. Screw it. Oh, I got a dagger. The top left has a weird dagger made of something like glass. Read the letter. My dear friend, the experiments on Vita Aura has shown its possesses some scholarly word you have no clue about. Even more on this neighboring island. Considering the news on the coming, the letter cuts off. Okay, let's just leave. While you were stealing around, the sailors have already ate, drank, and broke everything they could. The first day without the captain is going great. That doesn't sound great. Storm, steer clear, you strays. What storm? Steer clear of what? The captain left us his parrot. Food. The parrot jumps on the shoulder and wants to stay there forever, even if you'll... Okay. More days go by. No familiar stars in the sky. No land to be seen. The new captain gives orders every day, but he does really know. But does he know what's really going on? Captain, you sure you're headed the right way? I'm starting to understand what the parrot was saying. See you in paradise. Orlando's a good boy. I saw land. That point on the horizon. Told you I know what I'm doing. Must be a mountain. Still a long way to go. No, I swear, it's a cape. We'll hit land in... Hey, what's that? The dark cloud on the horizon is the sign of approaching storm coming towards us. God, Captain, we're doomed. It's all right. We'll reach the land before it's too late. We're doomed. Puts a hand over your mouth. Silence. We'll deal with it. All aboard. Captain's orders. Survive. Can a bunch of low-experienced sailors control the ship in such a situation? Yes, the shore is close, but the storm is closer. Oh, God. Prepare for the storm. There are many former landlubbers who were tied to the wheel just a month ago, but no veteran boatswain who knows how to survive during the storm. If you could land before the storm begins, everyone would certainly survive, but you're already in the hands of the storm. That being so close to the land, on the contrary, a very crack. Storm, close. So we got to go to storm. Let's go. Oh, the main mast is cracking at the center and going to fall. You standing right in this way, thrust towards the base of the mast. Yeah, sure. Slivers are flying everywhere, but some miracle they didn't hit you. A huge wave lifts the ship and tilts it on its side. Sailors are sliding down the deck at risk of falling overboard. Clutch the railings. For some time, you're hanging over the ocean's abyss, your fingers starting to bleed and unable to hold you any longer. Then the ship bobs and the next wave and straightens up. Don't panic. Hoist the boats out. We have 2 of them. There's enough for everyone. Go to the dinghy near the stern of the ship. Go to the dinghy next to the... Sure. All sailors who are still alive and gather near the boat, but there's not enough seats for everyone. Before the dinghy could be untied, the stabbing started. No one wants to stay on the ship, and no one wants to be the dinghy, the sink, from being overloaded. Think of another way to save yourself. I'll be on that boat at any cost. The knife fighting quickly reduced the number of sailors, but fear and rage makes them keep cutting each other and you, even when there's enough room for everyone. There's not so many sailors near the boat. Many of them won't need it anymore, but the fight is still going. What should I risk? I'll jump overboard, watch from a disaster. No, come on! Yeah, alas, more than just another one bites the dust. At the last fight claimed down, those who survived got on the boat. You paddle as fast as you can, but the waves are throwing you back. The boat cracks. It fills with water. Paddle as fast as you can. Bail water out. I'm a murderer. Your life is priceless. Our lives are worthless. Your hands get numb from of the cold, but now there's a little bit less water in the boat. It's a punishment for our sins. We died because we betrayed our captain. Shut up. Forget us, Lord. Clench your teeth and keep paddling. Let's clench our teeth and keep paddling. Some sailors are praying, others cursing their luck. You're just paddling. You're almost. An incredible blast of wind picks up the boat and smashes it on a cliff. Draw your knees up to your chest. Yeah. The boat broke into pieces, and you were the only one who survived. Now you have to fight nature alone. Storm, stroke, right. What are you doing here? Shoo! Do you know where to go? I'll follow you. It's hard to say how the parrot knows anything about storms, but when you follow him, you feel less tired. The shore is very close. You're very close to the shore, but now you're too exhausted to fight the storm. No, fight! By some miracle, you still had the strength to reach the shore, but had it been a yard further, you would have drowned. Somehow you managed to get to the shore and crawl up in a place where the waves couldn't get you. That's a reason to be happy. Unfortunately, you're too exhausted. Breathe out. Survived. You descend into sleep. The storm destroyed the ship. Nobody from the crew managed to survive. You alone were swept to an unknown inhabitant shore. You're alive. But for how long? I don't know. Let's go to the island. Day spring, morning. The parrot hops around the body, occasionally nibbling on it. Leave me alone, I barely survived. Yeah. Orlando doesn't approve. He doesn't approve. The feeling of anxiety is turning to panic. Yes, you survived the shipwreck, but now you're all alone. Grieve. I'm not alone. I've got my trusty parrot with me. No, you can't see the parrot around anymore. You should have heard him. You shouldn't have heard him. Oh my God, are you serious? Keep yourself busy. You remember the date you went to sea and carved it on the trunk of a fallen tree. You calmed down as you went along, and it's always a good idea to keep track of time. You're distracted from looking around by a loud rumbling in your stomach. Then all the wounds, bruises, and scrapes from last night came back to mind. Look for food, endure hunger, and explore the beach. I wonder if no. Let's look for food. Sweet coconuts, bananas, and dates, all of which you didn't see on the island. Okay. There's hardly any food to be found on this bare beach, but you can't help but look, especially since the parrot has flown away and is not going to help us. No, let's go to the forest. Flowers smell really weird. The first mushroom you eat makes you dizzy, and berries look more dangerous than all the animals that were probably already watching you. Very nearby on the top cliff, you see a fat seagull, not noticing you. Carefully sneak up to the seagull. You are quite close to the seagull, but the last moment you put your foot slipped on the ledge. Slipping on a rock and you fall down. Dive into the sand, cling onto the rock. Oh no, you grabbed at the thorn, throwing a rock and hurt your hand, and then jammed your nose into the deep crack. Oh, in the crack at the base of the cliff, a beautiful plant with fragrant leaves grows. Just looking at it makes you drool. I won't eat it. Let's eat it. You only want to try it, but hunger made you lose your head. Soon you've eaten everything, the whole bush, and the flowers and the roots. It tasted bitter, a little spicy. Still, is it poisonous or not? Put 2 fingers in your mouth. Wait to see what happens. Oh! Slowly but surely, you are getting better and better. It's like a miracle plant. Even bruises and cuts don't hurt as much as they used to. Now you're feeling surprisingly good. You do something that doesn't involve food. How much could this plant help? Walk along the shore. The eastern shore of the semicircular bay may be littered with shipwrecks, but the fallen trees on the western shore may be useful for building a shelter. Let's do the western shore. And something interesting from the ship will probably be found as well. The further you go, the harder it becomes to wade through fallen trunks and branches, and you don't have the tools to clear the way. Take a rest. Let's take a rest. After resting, you continued on your way, which became marginally easier. A strong wind blows from the sea, and you remember that you are very wet from the storm. Let's take off our clothes. Oh no, you didn't freeze, but in trying to climb further, you hit a broken branch with your bare foot. Okay, at last you have reached the end of the bay. Not far away from you, a large box is bobbing on the waves, and you can see an unturned dinghy on the headland opposite from you. Pull the crate ashore, then swim to the dinghy. Get to the crate and swim to the dinghy on it. Oh, yeah, let's try that. Seems a very stupid idea until you get to the dinghy and realize it's a crate of carpentry tools. Fix the dinghy! You're not a master of it, but necessity will make you. Necessity will teach you. Wait the night. You've patched up the dinghy. Now it'll be enough to reach the wrecked ship or the mysterious cave darkening among the rocks. But that's all tomorrow. You lie on the bottom of your boat and fall into a restless sleep. All night long, you dream of a shipwreck and a raging sea. Okay, open ways we could go to the cave or the shipwreck. There's 2 different ways we could go. So where are those at? So there's the cave. And there's the shipwreck. So, well, we already have supplies, so let's go to the cave. Yeah. It seems that the only time you can get into the cave is low tide. You have a rare chance to see it. Go into the cave in a dinghy. Yeah, just in case. You have to push it out later. Well, at least it won't float away. The tunnel gradually ascends. As you climb up, you see this wall illuminated by strands glowing mushrooms. And this is a pretty good flashlight. Next thing you know, there are more and more of these mushrooms, and your hands are now full. Climbing a little more, you notice some sort of golden glint in the distance. Carefully sneak forward. You're slowly creeping forward, creeping. The golden glint doesn't seem dangerous. Sneaking down a very long tunnel, how did you know sneaking could be so boring? Keep sneaking. You sneak and stink, and finally you reach it. The tunnel ends in a hole to the ground. You're lucky to see it in time to avoid falling in. You finally made it out of the tunnel. You see a sized grotto, and in the middle of it, wow, chest of gold, sacks of spices, rows of sabers and rifles, crates of all sorts of goods, and variable tower of rum kegs. It's mine! God sent you this miracle as a reward for your righteousness, though you never remember where your righteousness came from. You drag things and realize that all the chests, bags, and boxes, piled as they are, you have to take a long time to sort out where useful and where necessary or spoiled. I'll move everything. I'll take care of it on the reduce. Yeah, things got easier. How long will you, Catalina, abuse our patience? Oh my god, what are you doing here? It seems the parrots were just scared as you were. Friend, fellow citizen, hear me. I know how to get off the island. Oh, there's two of you? You have not come to rescue me. The parrots are in no way puzzled by the question. There must be a practicing. I want everyone to look at the sky. This is the salvation. Through the stars, through the thorns. What a performance. The three of you went to tell the story. Thank you. Take some seeds. Two of them are biting. The third is close by. Must be the deputy. So dive in. Surf the vastness. The new day will be bigger. Dive into the sky. The good news. Diving into the underwater maze sobered you up. The bad news. You've dived into the underwater maze. Underwater travels. Oh god. Let's go right. Another fork. Oh god. Let's swim right. The tunnel seems too long. You haven't had time to get tired yet. There's a chance to return. Continue to swim to the right. The tunnel is really long. You really gasp for breath. The pressure in your... Oh, God. Finally, you survive in a tiny cave where you could catch your breath as you come into the senses. A plant with golden leaves sprout. Oh, yeah. Eat the plant. Yeah. Fresh leaves. Swim on. The source of the ringing keeps getting closer and closer. Yes, you're finally... Yay! Ahead is another cave, smaller and glowing. The floor is crawling with writings unknown to you, and a pedestal in the center lies a strange mask. Take the mask! Uh-oh. Bloody wounds immediately appearing on your hands, stealing artifacts from... I shouldn't have touched it. Okay. There's nothing more to do here. You hauled everything useful to the cave. Despite your hard work, you're cold. One last push. You've loaded the dinghy full of valuable timber, and in a day's training, you've had noticeably increased strength. Yeah, it's time to get back to the island. Let's just push it. Oh no! As you're pushing the dinghy out, you slipped and fell to the stone floor, and then you fell again, and then another. Oh, well. You spent so much time and energy in the cave that you can hardly make it to the ship. The next storm will tear it to pieces, and the weather is already starting to burn. Okay. Let's go to the beach. Go to the beach. When the dinghy is close to the shore, the wind begins to carry it away from the shore. Desperately row to the... Your deserves respect. Your perseverance deserves respect, but you're only recently carrying heavy sacks and crates. You only got bloody calluses on your hands. There's a rock ahead, and the dinghy is being carried straight towards it. Oh god, you managed to direct the dinghy onto the overgrown shore before the crash into the rocks. Yay! You managed to sail ashore and unload your supplies onto the land before the dinghy sprung a leak. Okay, let's make a fire and rest. You still couldn't find a rock that would be a comfortable pillow. Unfortunately, the rest didn't work out. Oh gosh. What does that mean? A lot of things had fallen into despair. They had been in the cave too long, but the most useful things were preserved. An excellent duffel bag, 2 bundles of supplies, carpentry tools, and many, many bottles of rum. Take the essentials. An old arquebus, a small barrel of gunpowder, and a rusty saber. With this, you will go to conquer the desert island. The dinghy is no longer of any use to you. It is now completely collapsed. All that's left to explore is the forest ahead. Let's cover the supplies. The large branches of the palm trees will protect the supplies from scorching sun and rain for a while. Go to the woods. 2 steps later, you turn around and realize you can't see the shore anymore. Trees on the right, trees on the left. There are also trees above. Bravely go forward. Half an hour later, you have successfully crept 10 or 20 yards ahead. You are desperately jealous of the parrot who managed it in half a minute. Sailor full food nearby. If you're so smart, show me your way. Throw something. No. Orlando is no fool. The parrot cried and flew away. A ship cat would make a better ally. You lose sight of the parrot. But you notice that the trees are getting smaller and the sunshine is glistening in the distance. Carefully. Oh no, as you go slowly crawl, the evening midges wokes and decide to snack on you. Oh no. The forest suddenly ended with a small valley opened ahead and studded with fruit trees. Yeah, let's go carefully. You didn't find anything poisonous, so you eat. Continue the feast. Having calmed you continued eating the fruits of the valley. How delicious everything is here. I'm still curious about the cape. I'll just live here forever. Fruit trees over your head, warm weather, a large supply of wine. This is the reward for all your hard work. Valley of Delight. Okay, so far I am enjoying this. I wasn't sure what we were getting into. I knew it was some sort of, storytelling, and I am enjoying it so far. I'm going to go a little bit more into it. I'm not sure how far or like how long the story actually is, or, and I'm sure it'll stop when I pass or whatever, if I pass, but let's continue on and see what happens. Great food, great drinks, a cozy bed of herbs. By the 5th day, you're dead tired of it all. Explore the island, find a new pastime. Give the monkeys a shower, ride the waves. You've done all those things before. Or maybe make a flare. Hey, where's Orlando? Let's make a flare. Inventor, at noon, a rocket takes to the sky. If anyone sees it, they'll say, "What the hell is that? We've got to stay off this island." True. Before you knew it, it started to pour down. Make an umbrella. Sure. You make an umbrella, okay. The cold wind with the rain has increased 100-fold. It started to storm as the skies turn bold. Hide under a rock, throw your clothes off and dance. Yeah, let's do that. Thunder rumbles deep and the lightning strikes bright. Nature's fierce power ignites the dark night. The morning after night dancing, you're sore from everything that can hurt. Uh-oh. Open the ship's medicine drawer. You gulp down the first vial, and then you notice it says, "For exterior use only." Chew on some root, pray for recovery. Oh, a miracle. 3 prayers later, you hear a voice. But do angels speak with an Irish accent? All over Europe. How? We agreed that the imperial plague should wait another 300. It's not 500, if not 500 years. Oh, what? What's going on? Relax. There's a remedy growing on the island. If they find it quickly, almost no one will die. Are you crazy? If this plant is found in 100 years, four horsemen will come 3. You can't speed up medicine like this. Is this island uninhabitable? Oh no. Uninhabited now. Chlora. Now, there's this guy with weird cards. We'll have to wait for him to finish. Who? Me? Finish? Help! You are not heard, and soon the voices fall silent. You wake up exactly where you were, but you feel a little better. Slowly get better. The next morning, you finally recover. What didn't kill you makes you stronger. Okay. Things look different from the storm. The storm felled a lot of trees, and behind the thinning forest, you can see a mountain. Oh. Draw landscape. Oh, it turned out pretty good, really. It changes the colors, removed the extra mountain in the background, drew yourself a fancy carriage. Look at that. Cool. You admire the mountain for a long time until you notice a thin trickle of smoke near the top. It could be people. Let's see if we can find anybody. You bravely set out on a hike, but after an hour, you're so exhausted you had to crawl back to the valley. Not much strength left after the storm. Conquer the mountain! Mountain, mountain, mountain. Mountain! The foot of the mountain is covered with dense forest. Getting through it was a challenge. Find a way around the woods. Yeah, soon you find a creek. It's easier to climb along it. The creek is full of fish. So many you could catch with your hands. Make a fish pond. Oh! But what a catch. You're very thirsty. The stream is very close by, but you have a bad feeling. Oh yeah, when you're thirsty, you feel better. It seems your premonition was wrong. You keep walking up. Up ahead, 2 muddy mountain goats are fighting. So the water in this creek, no, just watch the fight. Oh no! One goat falls, the other stands proudly over the defeated foe. Finish him! Finish him! The goat turns around and the voice lunges at you. The goat is coming at you with the sharp... Oh yeah, you jump aside. Last moment and the goat crashes into a tree. Trump reverses. Your fight is not over yet. Punch him in the forehead. Oh god. You hold the goat as long as you can and then it breaks free and knocks you down. I thought I still had the knife. Shoot the goat! The shot was successful. Skin and roast the goat. Yes, food! By sunset, you reach the shores of the creek and the rock. Nearby, you can see a small cave. Let's just stay overnight. Your night goes without an incident. You wish you could always do that. In the morning, you're awake by a loud noise and a roar. Check to see what's in there. You see there's a caiman and a jaguar fighting in the waterfall. Let's just watch. Bear versus a shark, but even cooler. Who you be rooting for in this battle? For the jaguar. The jaguar is young. Alas, your favorite is in retreat. You wander away. You're still alive, and there's straight, open mountainside in front of you. The smoke you saw must have come from here. Continue. There's no signs of any human presence. It's either a shadow or experienced scout. You continue on your way, and by noon, you reach a steep cliff. It's going to be difficult to climb. Is that a rope? Climb the rope. Bad luck. The rope couldn't hold you. Oh no. Finally, you have climbed to the top of the cliff. There's no footprints here, but the view from here is simply stunning. The whole island is in the palm of your hand. In the center of the island amidst the cliffs. To the west, close to the coast. Up far north, somewhere far, far away. A stepped pyramid can be seen in the distance and appears to be work of man, not nature. Let's just look at everything. You see a smaller island in the ocean, smoke rising above, a volcano or a settlement. To the west, close to the coast, you see a beautiful coral reef. That's enough. It's a little more time. This view will be boring as the valley. You need new impressions, new ones. The views of the island make you want to write poems and recite them. But you're the only listener as a parrot. With every step we chase the light. Once upon a time, there was a brave sailor. I have erected a moment to myself. Sure. A testament crafted, a story by self. With each passing glance, your story unfolds. In the whispers of time, my legacy holds. In the whispers of my time, my cat still ignores my calls. Parrot looks at you, humiliating pity. When you finish the poem, you feel unpredicted satisfaction. You are a genius, a hero, and it doesn't matter that you haven't found people. This is the beginning of your great story. What will happen next? Back to the valley, or explore the island further? All these questions swirled in your head as you descended the mountain. Okay, so we can go to the fragile rock, we could go secrets beyond the mountain, or we could go back to the valley. Let's go back to the valley. You return to the valley in the late afternoon. 2 weeks ago, it looked so welcoming, but now its appearance is depressing. You're ready to collapse and fall asleep right in the entrance of the valley. Well expected for snacks beforehand. Oh, what adventures you had on the mountain. Even in the dry season, it's cold at night. You are making a fire by a rock, but suddenly you hear a noise. Sneak closer. Oh, it's a giant jaguar in the valley. He's hurt and hungry. No. Freeze in terror. Jaguar smells you and looks at you hungry. Hush, easy, good cat. The jaguar sniffs. He's never seen a human before. What are you? Enemy or friend or prey? War? Look at the jaguar straight in the eyes. Oh. The jaguar comes closer to you in its paws. Oh. The jaguar is greedily devouring the meat. He looks a little calmer now. Pull his fangs out. The pain makes the jaguar grumly unhappy, but once the fangs is out, sits up and starts licking the paw. No. We're going to take a quiet look along the valley. The jaguar had ruined half the bags and boxes of the provisions. How long? What would left last? You notice your supplies have suffered more than just the jaguar damage. Some are ruined by water, others by insects and rodents. Let's hide it. In the morning, you are awakened by the jaguar's grunt. He's hungry again. Let's catch some fish. Took a long time. There seems to be almost no fish left in the river. Once he was full, the jaguar was happy and even let you bandage his paws. But now, the big cat wants to play. Make a bow on the rope. Throw a stick. The jaguar looks at you. Who do you think he is? Lazily dumps his stick in the creek, yawns, and lies down again. Large rodents had crept into the valley. They can spoil the remaining supplies. Dinner is served. Now your supplies are stained with rodent blood, but there's a small thing compared to a well-fed jaguar. The jaguar is almost healthy and hunting on its own. Now there's even less prey in the valley. I'll always have breadcrumbs. Yeah, always have breadcrumbs. What do you mean? You're out of galleys. Eat herbs too. Oh no! The grass turned out to be nasty and the jaguar scratched you for taking away his medicine. You've been fighting for your life to the bitter end, and your end was bitter indeed. What? Oh, so I could redo it. Sneak closer. Freeze in terror. Hush, good cat. Oh, the result was bad, so the jaguar relaxes a little. Pull the fangs out. We're good here. We're good here. Catch some fish. Let's throw the rope. Aw! You played with the jaguar like a cat half an hour. It's a miracle you're still alive. Serve dinner. Breadcrumbs are good. Nope. Always have... Okay. So all good things come to an end sometimes. The jaguar has recovered, and it seems to you he is about to leave the valley. Cling on and don't let go. Alas, a wild beast needs freedom, and you certainly don't need the wounds it had to leave behind. Goodbye. You've become an example of future shipwreck survivors, an example of how not to survive. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. This has been fun. This is definitely not the type of game that I'd usually play, but this has really been fun, and I hope you enjoyed. If you made it all the way to the end, put Jaguar in the comments below. That'd be awesome if you did make it. I'm not sure if you will. I'm not sure if this will be exciting to you, but I hope it is, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much, and as always, I will see you next time. Goodbye.